Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're waiting for our hot chocolate to cool down by the window as Hearttt, playing as the blue Lithuanians, prepares to take on Vinchester, playing as the purple Incas. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Lithuanians are very much a civilization focusing on their heavy cavalry units. Their knights, their cavaliers, and their paladins all get a free attack boost for every single relic that is collected, all the way up to a maximum of +4 for 4 relics. This feature also applies to their unique unit, the Lattice. This is a heavy cavalry unit whose attack actually ignores enemy armor, making it one of the deadliest units in the game. Now, to gather relics and get this free attack boost as fast as possible, Lithuanian monasteries do work 20% faster, and on the field of battle to support their heavy cavalry, Lithuanian spear line units and their skirmishers do move faster and can be upgraded to get extra pierce armor. Now, to support a robust economy that will allow the Lithuanians to go heavy on the heavy cavalry, they do start the game with 150 extra food, and they can be harder to raid because they can upgrade their town centers to have +3 range, which makes them outrange most mangonels in the game. Now, opposing the Lithuanians, we have what I would call the quintessential counter-civilization. Is your opponent going infantry? In that case, the Incas can rely on their unique unit, the Slinger, an archer unit that comes with a pretty big attack bonus against infantry. Is your opponent going cavalry? Perchance a Lithuanian? Then you can rely on your second unique unit, the Kamayuk. This is a ranged infantry unit that carries an incredibly long spear and comes with a massive attack bonus against cavalry units. Now, is your opponent going archers? In which case, you can rely on your skirmishers, which not only come with extra line of sight, not only get all archery range, blacksmith, and university upgrades, but can be upgraded even more to have 0 minimum range, which takes away one of the biggest weaknesses of the skirmishers. Now, to make the Incan army even tankier, they can upgrade their Kamayuks, their Slingers, and their Eagle Warriors to get extra armor, both melee and pierce. Now, the Incas, for them to build a big, juicy military-industrial complex, do start the game with an extra llama, which, may not sound like much, but it does give you an extra unit to scout with, or an extra 100 food if you so wish to start the game by slaughtering your free llama. Incan buildings cost less stone, and their houses actually support 10 population as opposed to the usual 5, which in the early game does free up a little bit of wood for military buildings or expansion of any kind. Now, the Incan settlement is also harder to raid because their villagers do benefit from infantry blacksmith upgrades. And by the way, the Incas get all infantry blacksmith upgrades. So that is our matchup today. We'll see if the Lithuanian heavy cavalry, also, by the way, quite fast on the ground, can outpace our Incan army, or whether our Incan army, like I said, the quintessential, in my opinion, counter-civilization, is able to stymie any attempts by our Lithuanian to overwhelm with brute force whatever the Incas can throw at them. We'll see also how important these guys are. The relics, 5 of them out on the map. We'll see who gets them. Very much important for the Lithuanian, like the Aztecs and Burgundians, to start collecting relics very quickly, lest they fall into enemy hands and deny you the juicy bonus that you get with them. For now, though, both players on 18 villagers, both players banking little to no actual food. Let's see. Oh, never mind. Hearttt is banking no food because he is already going up to Feudal. Vinchester, on the other hand, 14 villagers on food, will start getting that requisite amount very quickly. Also, whenever the boars are taken, because they're not carrying 10 food here, now take a look, they're carrying this amount at the bottom of your screen. Once he drops this off, his food count should skyrocket. There it goes to almost 400. Let's take a look at their bases, see how they are positioned. Great base for Vinchester, except for the primary gold, which is very much forward-facing, but easy to wall this off, easy to protect this part of the map. A medium-level wall off here to the northwest. The south, though, completely open with the primary stone also exposed. So both resources exposed, but the presence of the small forest here does make it easier to wall this base off. On the other hand, Hearttt, Vinchester, by the way, housed at 25, lacks the food, or at least lacked past tense. The food... What is this villager doing? Oh, someone told him to freeze, and just like Jim Carrey in The Mask, he froze for a good amount of time. But as I was saying, Vinchester, not a surprise that he's going up a little bit later than his opponent, given the fact that he did produce 2 militias here. Let's take a look at Heartt's base while the players continue climbing their way up to Feudal. Open to the north, open to the south and east. Primary gold also very exposed. Primary stone a little bit safer, but very far off campus. So any kind of mining here that comes under attack, the villagers are going to have to run as fast as they possibly can back home. And these are not Berber villagers, so they don't move faster at all at this point in the game. Heartt investigating what the hell is going on, trying to save this house, trying to distract Vinchester from attacking the house. Let's see if he can get it. Okay. Either Heartt has decided to just abandon this house, or he's going to repair it. Militias have already taken damage. Eagle has already taken damage. How's his scout? Scout in full health. Okay, with 2 villagers and a scout should be enough to shoo this away. First kill, first blood. The Rambo award here going to Heartt. Another kill and a 3rd kill. So fantastic play here by Heartt, who pumps out another scout cav. 3 already out, a 4th. This is a heavy investment in food by our Lithuanian, but no surprise, we'll see if he uses the scout cavalry to start guarding these relics, similar to how players proceed in Arena or other enclosed maps like Fortress. Lots and lots of scouts out during those games in order to defend relics and make sure that you get them and not your opponent. Surprised he's not repairing this house. Not that it's forming any kind of a wall off of it right as I say that. Of course, he plops down a wall off. What is purple doing? Vinchester is carving himself out a Mr. Yo style nook here in Enclave. Mr. Yo in the last few games that I've casted and or seen rather has made himself a nice little base of operations, easily defendable, but also very constrained in the event of any kind of attack. Archer being built for our purple Incas, and another, or rather a first, I should say, kill for Vinchester, getting the weak scout. HP on these guys is not that great, down about 50, 40 odd HP. And he has to be careful not to get trapped in here with these spearmen, because that is the last thing you want as a scout cavalryman, to get trapped inside a base with spearmen. Okay, the players disengaged. Let's see what they are actually building. Okay. Heartt deciding to wall off this northern portion of his base, make sure the gold will be nice and secure. We'll probably add a few more structures up here, although his wood count is not exactly the highest at the moment. There you go. So secures the gold. Not exactly the safest location here. These are still just palisade walls, not cumin palisade walls, by the way. So they are just at the basic 250 HP. The south, he's walking around with a few skirmishers. Okay, so archery range stable is the order of the day for our blue Lithuanian. For our purple Inca, we saw the archery range, now a blacksmith going up for him as well. So both players will have the requisite structures. The only thing they're missing is the requisite resources. Although Vinchester does look like he's starting to gather more and more, already has the gold, just needs about 400 more food, and he's got it. Heartt, having invested in 4 scout cav, is down significantly. In terms of food count, I should say. 0 villagers on gold just yet. What did he build here that he deleted afterwards? Maybe the blacksmith? Okay, it's going up down here next to the town center. Not a bad location, I guess. He knows the palisades are the weak point. Surprised it didn't form part of the wall down here, though. This is much more exposed, much weaker. He has given up control of the stone, at least temporarily. But does he care? He's moving forward. The 4 scouts are joined by 5 skirmishers. This is a big army investment from our blue Lithuanian. Take a look at army supply, by the way. 9 to 3. Villager count identical there for a brief second, and now back to identical at 34. But Vinchester much, much closer now, just 200 foot away from being able to go up to castle. Does have, like we saw, the requisite buildings. And let's take a look at the movement of these blue units, see if they can actually get anything. Maybe the skirmishers can reach. I think they can reach these villagers, right? In this nook here. Although has to be careful. If he enters that nook, might be a kill zone. I mean, we know it's not. Uh-oh, will he get? Great reaction time here by Hearttt. Look at that little circle, the loop-de-loop that the scout calves made. Spearmen here, if I had to guess, are here for no purpose other than to shoo away any spearmen that try to attack these scouts. Archer finally out, does manage to get the pick off the weaker unit. And now with the skirmishers gone, this barracks can be repaired very, very quickly. Oh, very sour turn of events here for Hearttt, who loses a scout. Doesn't get the spearman, who sticks around with 4 HP, doesn't get the building. And his opponent is already a minute away from being up to castle. He is up 2 now, but a full minute and a half behind his opponent. We'll see how our Inca uses this time advantage. I'm interested to see if he's going to go out with relics. For now, though, using his gold, using his resources to pump out a few eagles. Remember, these are still just scouts. We'll see in 30 seconds if he decides to upgrade them or if they're just here to kill a few skirmishers. Never a bad day for an eagle scout if he can get a few of these guys. Let's take a look. The movement. He sees everything. We'll catch this one skirmisher. And remember, these are Lithuanian skirmishers, so they do move 10% faster. That being said, I mean, they're not gonna outrun an Eagle Warrior. Immediately Squires, immediately Eagle Warrior upgrade. These scouts might not want to engage just yet. Hearttt splitting up his forces into literally 4 directions, diffusing like a fart in the wind here. What are the Eagles going after? 1 Eagle going after a skirmisher to the right, 1 Eagle after 2 skirmishers. Bit of overkill here with these Eagles scavenging this 1 skirmisher up here. And this lucky skirmisher here has the I guess the award of having no eagles chasing him and down and killing him. All his other friends are dead. No more skirmishers for Hearttt, with the exception of this one. And I think there's one more somewhere out on the map. Not sure why it took me here. Where is his other skirmisher, by the way? Oh no, this is the last one. Okay. Now he has the distinction of being the last skirmisher. 2 town centers going up for our Inca. A second for our Lithuanian as well. Is anyone building a monastery now that everyone's in castle? Yes, a monastery and a monk already out. How many relics has he seen? Just the one in the center of the map. Monk moving to the right, going to start exploring. Will, luckily for him, find this relic fairly quickly, I should say. Monastery for blue? No. I mean, blue's map vision with these units is fantastic. Take a look at this. He sees so much of the map with this skirmisher, these light cav, these this knight, sorry, not light cav, scout cav still. So first relic going for going to our Inca. Where's his second monk? This is monk with relic. This is second monk. Sent him to the right side as well. If he just sent him to the left in the exact same trajectory, he would be able to find that relic. Does he see the castle? Doesn't see the castle going up. So not the greatest scouting here by Vinchester. Doesn't really know what his opponent is doing. But the question is, does he care? Is he following a game plan? Is he being reactive, opportunistic? For now, Eagle's continuing to explore. Together with a monk. Is there any monk going north? No, another monk going in this direction as well. So how many monks? 3 monks, a 4th on the way. He really wants to deny these relics for a Lithuanian. That's the last thing you want your Lithuanian to have, is a free +4 attack boost on units that are already incredibly powerful. So fantastic play here. By the way, how many relics has Hearttt seen? Oh, how sour. Oh, just they both find it at the same time. Who will win this little low stakes battle? Vinchester gets the convert and the relic, so a double whammy here for Hearttt, who loses the relic and the skirmisher. And Vinchester's reaction time incredibly fast here. These scouts are not going to be able to do anything. I love the palisade behind this, by the way, the gate, that the monks can keep popping out, but it is protected from the raiding of these faster light cav units. 3rd town center going up for our Lithuanian. Our Lechai coming out. There's one. Okay, so just the one Lechai for now. Monk does die. Good catch here for Hearttt. And now he's being annoying in the back, but a bunch of Eagle Warriors. Upgrades only +1 armor, while these guys have +1/+1. I guess the Spearman doing what he can, as useful as he possibly can be at this stage of the game. And let's take a look at villager count. 66 to 55. That earlier third town center really coming in handy here for our Inca. Army supply also very much ahead, 15 to 11. What is that army supply? Feudal Age Archer, Feudal Age Spearman, 3 monks, and 10 eagles against 4 Lechai, 6 now light cav. Yeah, I should say 5, right? Of course, as I said, 6, they get sniped. Oh, they're going to get the monk as well if he's paying attention. If he's paying attention, of course he's paying attention. You don't get 2680 Elo by not paying attention. Now our Inca is starting to expand out on the map, but unfortunately for him, this is already seen here by our Lithuanian. So we'll see if he decides to make an issue of it. I think the Lithuanian can take this fight quite handily. Again, take a look at the stats on Lechai. Base of 13 attack, 120 HP. I believe that goes up to 150. Remember, they ignore armor. So every attack of the lance here does 14 damage. What they're not good against is these monks. Gets a convert. We have our first Incan Lechai of the day, or Letis of the day, rather. Relics now standing at 3-0. This is an incredibly powerful game of keep away here. Our Incan Vinchester doing everything he can. His monk count is just down to 2. Oh, is there a monk with a relic? Oh, he's going to get the 4th relic as well. Oh, goodness. The last relic on the map is the one closest to Heartt's base and the one he hasn't scouted yet. Has Purple seen it? No, of course Purple hasn't seen it either. This is a way far off campus. A Letis slowly working away at this house. What an incredible get here for Vinchester. Completely denying the biggest strength of the Lithuanians. You might say, sure, their trash units move a little quicker. Sure, they can upgrade their town centers and give their trash units a little bit extra pierce armor. But pierce armor is not going to defend against Eagle Warriors. A 4th town center as well. Vinchester is in big booming mode right now. So, man, denying those 4 relics really going to be interesting to see how Hearttt deals with this. Let's see how much of the map, by the way, he's actually seen. So he's seen quite a lot of the map. Must be wondering where the hell are all the relics and kicking himself for not getting them first. Big body of pike moving out. Cover, camouflage for these villagers, but the scout's going to see the castle going up. When it's a scout, I call it a light cav. When it's a light cav, I call it a scout. If you watch my channel, you know not to expect a standard of perfection here. You guys know what I'm talking about. Jaguar warrior. This is before they become a pelt for the Aztec unique unit. Is he getting a bunch of swipes off? Is this villager going to survive? She's taking a lot of damage. She's below 50% HP here. What is going on? Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that sound. That is an incredibly scary sound. You do not want to hear in nature. I mean, there's a blue dot streaming behind her. Probably another villager. And now she decides to attack? I think it's too late now. Oh, 1 kill count on the Jaguar. Economy kill. But another villager was sent in her stead. She was a pioneer. She knew that she was going to die to the wildlife, to the flora and the fauna of the crazy Arabian jungle here. And we can call it a jungle, right? These trees are jungle trees. Yeah. Okay. What are you? You are a rainforest. Okay. So somehow Arabia has received rainforest trees. Not too sure how that works. But now Kamayuks are out. And despite the fact that they do incredible amounts of damage, take a look at this. +8 against cavalry. And by the way, converted a Kamayuk. So everyone's converting unique units of their opposing armies. And despite the fact that they do incredible damage with these long, like I said in the beginning, long-ass spears, the Lechai are just so freaking powerful. A lot of players underestimate how many units you need to kill these guys. These guys are just designed to stick around again for a long time. 120 HP is not bad at all. 14 seconds from Imperial is our Blue Lithuanian. Our Incan already in Imperial, getting the Halberdier upgrade. Not exactly a cheap upgrade, but very much a necessary one when you're playing against the cavalry civilization. And now the shelling has begun. Heartt's second castle here to the center bottom position of the map is going to start getting shelled away at. And let's see how long it can stand. Let's see if he produces any trebs of his own now that he's an Imperial. Nothing from this castle. Nothing from this castle. He is saving his money for what? Chemistry padded. Okay. Is he going ranged units now? Not a single ranged unit out on the map. We'll see if he's going to tech switch into that shortly. So let's take a look at... let's actually take a look at the map. See what's going on. We've got a Feudal Age archer still around. A halberdier shooing away these Lechi. I don't know what the point of this was. The point is their HP is absolutely terrible. Look how quickly, like a hot knife through butter, they cut down that halberdier. Man, are they a powerful unit, even though, again, they're just at a +1 attack. Because our Incan, man, did he manage to get those relics early. So what do we have here? An outpost, a Kamayuk. Looks like he got a few cavalry units, although it looks like light cav instead of Lechi. So let's take a look at the map vision of both players. I'm going to zoom out. Apologies to anyone on a smaller screen. Hearttt sees a good chunk of the map outside of his base, sees the castle going up for his opponent. His opponent, though, take a look at Vinchester's map vision. He knows exactly what's happening in his opponent's base. Oh, the relic is now in jeopardy. Oh, probably a secondary concern here. These Trebs probably more interested in shelling this castle on 1, 2, 3, 4. My God, already at half HP with these Trebs. Boom, 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 and another volley. My God, so quick to take down that castle. Hearttt patrolling the back, trying to look for a, I guess, a weakness. But these guys don't have range. They're not Kamayuks. They're not Step Lancers. But there is a gap in the defenses. He's Lechi. But again, they've worked themselves into a corner. One does go down. Beautiful play here by Vinchester to catch those. Castle down. Looks like a few Lechi down as well. Bombard cannons out now for our Lithuanian army supply. He's down about 16. Villager count identical. Another town center going up in a very hidden, let's call it, location, surrounded by a few structures here. Okay. So now we know why he's getting leather armor upgrades. I mean archer armor upgrades. He's going for hand cannoneers. How many out on the map right now? 18. Not a bad tech switch here. Our Lithuanian did lose control of the relic, so now his Lechi are down to just the +1 that they have instead of the +2 that they had about a few minutes ago. Not a bad choice to go gunpowder against the Mesoamerican civs, but a few angry trebuchet balls do manage to get a few of those hand cannoneers. Okay, how is Hearttt down in army supply, but actually not down that much anymore? How is he planning on engaging into this? Realistically, there's only one monk here. So hand cannoneers, he's going up to 30. I don't know if I don't think he really has to wait this long. There we go. He's going to even up the army supply with those 3 kills. Yeah, and again, these are very powerful units against cavalry, but they are not that powerful against hand cannoneers. Even with their bad base accuracy of 75%, there's enough of them here. But has to make sure he micros them a little bit better. Can't have all 20 of them firing at the same unit. Oh, halberdiers, charge of the heavy halberdiers here. Absolutely terrible, but follows it up with a light cav, loses it immediately. And now take a look at purple, saying you're going ranged, I'll outdo you. Arbalest, chemistry, bracer, all on the menu. Where are his archery ranges? Man, they are here right in the center. 5 archery ranges to 4. But advantage blue here with these hand cannoneers. Now they're going to get outranged, I think, by the Arbalest 7 to 8. And brilliant move here by Vinchester. I love this so much. walling yourself off, bring a contingent of halberdiers in case you're raided while you're walling off, and look at the range on these guys. Doot, 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 doot. Slowly picking away at this outpost. Not exactly the strongest attack, more reliant on that attack bonus than anything else. More barracks going up as well. Will he switch into eagles? Arson suggests that we're going to see some kind of eagle play, unless he's sticking on these 17 halberdiers. Vinchester population capped, so rich that he's getting guilds now. 5 trebs, 2 monks, 10 Kamayuks, 147 villagers going up to 150. Might be a bit of overkill. Winged Hussars, the Lithuanians and the Poles, the only 2 civs in the game that get them. And there you go. What a perfect timing here to complete that wall right as the Winged Hussars show up. What an incredible validation here for Vinchester's decision to wall this part of the map off. This also is closed, but this part's open. We'll see how much castle fire they take. One's already at half HP. Arbalest starting to shell away at them as well. One should basically die before they even reach. Incredible play by Vinchester here. The center. Uh-oh, bombard cannon's moving a little bit too forward here. Okay, a few warning shots. I say warning shots. One of them dies immediately. Get the second one if you'd like. Oh, not the greatest attack from that bombard cannon, who gets repaired by 6 villagers immediately. And now the Hussars are back out here. What is going on? The Kamayuks continue their assault on anything and everything they can find. Anything that reaches their spear. A bit of a halberdier run by 2 kills. I'm shocked that he even got 2 kills, unless these are the same halberdiers that got the Lechai here earlier. Absolutely surprised. The converted Kamayuk against the halberdier. What is a mutual kill now? Okay, so the Kamayuk survives 7 HP. Okay, what is blue doing? He is now also population capped. What's his army supply? 34 hand cannoneers, only 11 winged hussars. Man, both players going very heavy on the civilian populations. Both of them very much diffused where they're in terms of where their bases are. Take a look at blue from the bottom of the screen all the way up the left side of it. Purple, more of a you know, what do we call this? A basketball with a forward push. Again, absolutely love these wall offs. Now a castle going up at the same time as a stable tried to go up. Purple pivoting to the south, avoiding the center position. I wonder why. I mean, he must have... Oh, he hasn't seen all the additional infrastructure here. That's why. He sees the hand cannoneers, but only sees 5 of them, which is really all that he has here. Our Lithuanian, very out of position. I mean, I could say the same thing about our Inca. Both players out of position in terms of where the hell their armies are. But the difference is, our Inca is actually pushing in. I think blue sees it and now realizes, wait a second, your army is all the way down south. Elite Eagle Warriors, their 8 Pierce armor is good, but not against how many hand cannoneers? Now 29. Botkin on the way as well, although will not impact these hand cannoneers. Why is he getting bought? I mean, I guess for his for these castles, right? There they go. Sour spawning of a Treb here does manage to get it, but will lose a whole bunch of Arbalests doing so. 1 Treb for 1, 2, 3, 4 Arbalests. I guess that's an even trade-ish. And now our Lithuanian doing what Lithuanians do best, heavy cavalry raiding. While at the same time, the Trebs are shelling away at this castle. Eagles fighting winged hussars here. Arbalests not really doing much. There's a bunch of villagers here you could kill instead. You must see them, no? You see the gold pile. Okay, we'll move south and see it. Brilliant move here by purple to get rid of infrastructure, by the way. However, with so many villagers... Although, actually, no. Both players knocked down. 130 for our Inca, 120 for our Lithuanians. So villager count's more... How do I say it? Optimized for end of the game combat here. Oh man, 8 kills on this one latest, and he's gonna get a monk and a villager. There's literally nothing here to stop him. We'll keep an eye on that later to see how many kills. 10 so far. Winged Hussars, just such a powerful addition. The Lattis rather does finally die somewhere out here, and now purple is pivoting his army back north. realizing, yes, I've done the critical damage here. Look how much of Heartt's base he's carved out and destroyed, but he needs to make sure he doesn't fall in the center. If this castle falls, all of this infrastructure to the right of it is now exposed. Army supplies very close. I don't know who has the better army here. Kameyuk's counter the winged hussars, but there's bombard cannons and hand cannons here for blue, although the count has gone from 30 plus to 11. The castle does fall, but man, is it an expensive trade here. It's an expensive get for our Lithuanian, who's now going to lose 5 trebs. Oh, what an absolutely abysmal loss in turn of events here. Is this 4? 1, 2, I think that was 4 or 5. For some reason, I thought there were 2 trebs here. 4 or 5 trebs just went down. Wow, that was a... yeah, he got the castle, but at what cost? How will he recover? What does he have? Winged hussars and a few hand cannoneers are not going to dislodge this force. The winged hussars can raid all the livelong day. What is this purple blob here? He's mining gold in the far extremities of the map. There looks like there's a winged hussar movement here. 0 kills on these fresh recruits. And like I said, he can circle his opponent all the livelong day, but unless he can engage into these trebs, there are now 6 Incan trebs out on the field of battle. Does he see these reinforcing trebs? No, he hasn't seen them yet. So if he didn't GG now, he definitely would GG in a few seconds. And again, yeah, you can raid all you want. Your 6 hussars here, you can send 20 hussars. It doesn't matter. The point is you cannot engage into these trebs because the halves are here. 17 arbalests. Take a look at Heartt's gold count, though. 3,000 gold. Vinchester also banking a lot of gold. Villager count, similar. Nothing too crazy of a difference, but army supply, 34. Again, 26 of that is winged hussars. They're upgrades. Fully upgraded, but no relics. Oh, man. Sorry, not that the relics would impact these. Remember, the relic bonus only impacts the heavy cavalry. So we're talking about knights, cavaliers, paladins, and lechai. He could have built more lechai. The problem for him, or hand cannoneers even, the problem for him is his infrastructure here has been taken out. Those 4 archery rangers are gone. His infrastructure here to the center is now nullified. Nothing can pop out of these structures. Nothing can come from the barracks, the stable, or the archery range that these 17 arbalests are not going to immediately snipe. Fully upgraded arbalests, by the way. And if he tries to engage into the trebs, 19 halberdiers are going to stand in his way. 3 more trebs. Now, once this infrastructure falls, I mean, 10 stables is pretty good. The last remaining infrastructure he has is here, but that's also exposed to 6 trebs. So Heartt, even though he has the resources, even though he currently has the infrastructure, the only thing he doesn't have is time. If he had another 2 or 3 in-game minutes, for example, if these trebs were still back here making their way over, maybe he could have held, maybe he could have raided more using these proxy stables here. But keep in mind, he's also being raided here. 4 kills on these guys. Eagle Warriors Elite, fastest moving unit in the fastest moving infantry unit in the game. 1.43 is pretty much like what? A knight without husbandry, right? I think they move it at 1. No, it's faster than a knight without husbandry. 1.49, I think, is with husbandry. And so, wow, they are very quick moving compared to just a unhusbanded knight, let's call it. And yeah, he realizes that he's not going to be able to get up any kind of army together. He's down half the army supply. He sees the score. He's down 4,500 points, and he doesn't have the wood to rebuild any kind of infrastructure. So decides to GG, even though he did finally manage to get that relic back into the safety of his monastery. Only 1 unit here benefits from that, and that Letis is now being attacked by 2 eagles. Its HP is terrible, and it is probably going to die very, very quickly. Vinchester just with the brilliant maneuvering here. I absolutely love the pivoting from the center to the south, destroy all the infrastructure here, stop all the gold mining here, and then pivot back to the center where you see your opponent has all of their infrastructure. I mean, take a look at this vision. He sees exactly where the military-industrial complex of his opponent is. He strikes right into the heart of it. Our Lithuanian tried to decentralize with a few structures to the south, but after knocking those out, Vinchester pushing, and even though he's being raided in the back, again, these are not Lechai, these are not Cavaliers or Paladins or even Knights. These are winged Hussars. Their speed is what really defines them. Even though they've got 100 HP and 6 Pierce Armor, he can just run away into his town centers and survive and thrive while his opponent slowly gets taken out piece by piece. And even though the castle's on the high ground, the presence of 3 Trebs, very soon to become 6, is just too much for Hearttt. He GG's. Vinchester gets the W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.